Changes to the H-1B visa program are creating some challenges for companies like Amazon. In September, Amazon announced they were going back to their pre-COVID rules. You gotta be in the office. But don't just take my word for it. CEO Andy Jassy had said that effective on January 2nd, quote, "We've decided that we're going to return to being in the office the way we were before the onset of COVID." When we look back over the last 5 years, we continue to believe the advantages of being together in the office are significant. But there's a problem for Andy Jassy and the Amazon timeline, because the new H-1B visa changes have stranded a bunch of Indian H-1B visa workers who have been able to return to the US. You see, these guys and girls would return back to India for routine visa renewals, but suddenly faced appointment cancellations due to the mandatory social media screening rules. And guys, we covered this in a video about a week ago. I'll post a link to that video here. The Trump administration, in addition to some other adjustments to H-1B visa program, has said, hey, we're actually gonna look and screen the last 5 years of your social media posts to make sure that, well, you're not insane or a terrorist or anti-America and so on and so forth. Again, you can check out that video up there for more information and my thoughts on that program. But that's the reality of what's happening. So what has Amazon had to do? Well, they've essentially made an adjustment. They've been an extension for these men and women in India to work from home until March 2nd. Basically, they've extended their timeline from January 2nd to March 2nd, giving them a few more months to kind of sort out these H-1B visa programs. And by the way, this is not just an Amazon issue. This is a Microsoft, Google, all the big tech companies are having to try to figure out how to manage this. Now, a few days ago, I covered how more and more people are going to be shifting into a remote work environment. Essentially, companies are firing employees for AI, realizing that the AI is not going to cut it, and hiring people back. But they're not hiring people back as employees, W-2 employees. They're hiring people back as 1099 contractors. Again, I'll post a link to that video here, because the reality is being an independent contractor working remotely is a lot different from being a W-2 employee. And again, I'll post a link to that here. And the reason I think this is important, and what I wanted to kind of cover here today, is that working from home, working remotely, has pros and cons. And I want to cover the most important skill, talent feature that you need in order to work from home. Because the reality is that right now, nearly 1/3 of the globe works from home, working remotely in some sort of capacity. And I don't necessarily expect that to decrease. I expect it honestly to stay about the same. But what I do expect is a lot of people that weren't working remotely in the past will be working remotely in the near future. And I've worked from home by myself. I left an insurance agency a few years ago to run my own business, and I've worked from home nearly 5 years now. I've worked with dozens and dozens of people. I currently work with about 24 people remotely. And here's the thing, guys, if you're gonna work remotely, working with people in person, this is also an important skill, but working remotely, this is the number one, by far, most important skill. Timely communication. Timely communication. I feel like I should just do a mic drop on that, but I will say this. If you're the type of person that checks your Slack or your email twice a week, it's not gonna work. You have to communicate quickly. Nothing is more important in my eyes. I've worked with, again, dozens and dozens of people, and I've had to lay off a bunch of people because they don't communicate quickly. I've run into situations where I'm like, listen, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example that just happened earlier today. I got on a meeting with a sales guy from one of the companies that I work with. And he expressed to me, hey, I want more responsibility. I need more leads. Basically what we've done is we've stopped sending as many leads into the demo sales-based funnel and more into a product-based funnel. We found that the conversion tracking was a lot easier to manage because, well, the sales team wasn't executing proper CRM hygiene. They weren't updating our CRM, which is HubSpot, and they weren't converting or closing. So we said, well, we need to make some adjustments, we need to make some changes, so we switched up the funnel. And so far, so good. The tests are running well. We're converting what appears to be at a higher rate. But as a result, what's happened is Google has stopped sending as many leads to the sales team. They're saying, this is converting better. We're gonna send more of the prospects and the leads into the product-based funnel and less to the sales team funnel because they're just not converting well. Anyway, long story short, he says, Mark, I want more leads. Let's turn off the other thing. Send me all the leads, A. B, I want more responsibility. I want to be more involved with the leadership team. I want more visibility. Get me into the leadership meetings. I want to be there. And I said, listen, we'll call him Jim in this case. I was like, Jim, can I be straight with you, brother? I think that you're capable of great things. I think you're capable of a lot. I think whatever you put your mind to, you will be very, very successful with. You're a very likable guy. You're fun. I like talking to. But there's a problem. Over the past few weeks, we've gotten a lot of complaints from prospects that you're not responding to them. And this isn't just coming from me. We've had 3 different team members in the past month that have said they've had people reach out to them and said that you've been unresponsive. That's a problem, A. B, just this week, on Tuesday, after our sales meeting on Tuesday, I specifically asked you, hey, whatever links that you're sending out, whatever sign-up links that you're sending out to the prospects you get on calls with, I need those links because we need to track the conversions on those links. I'm not sure what those links are. I need the UTM parameters, et cetera. Give me those links. He said, sure, Mark. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's been 4 days. And I said, Jacob, it's been 4 days, brother. And I still don't have the links. It's been 4 days. I still don't have the links. And he said, you know what? I'm gonna be better. I'll get them to you first thing. I haven't gotten them yet, but I'm hoping they'll be here today. Because the reality is this, guys, when you're working in a remote collaborative situation, what ends up happening is everything is delayed, okay? I'm trying to work out conversion metrics with the engineering team. Now it's been 4 days. That pie has been sitting on the windowsill for 4 days. Everything has been, all of our conversion metrics have been brought to a standstill. He said, well, hey, can you add some different conversion metrics to our weekly sales report? I'm like, sure I can. I want to know how effective you are, but brother, I've been waiting 4 days for this. And in fact, for 3 days, you didn't even respond back. I had to ping you 3 times over 2 different channels to finally get you to message me back. So at the end of the day, here's the reality. I just wanted to speak on this, guys, because again, I think more and more people are going to be working remotely. As we see with Amazon, the H-1B visa program, offshoring, lots of people are going to be working remotely. And the reality is, if you want to work remotely, consistent, prompt communication is by far the most important thing. This number 2 on that short list is do what you say you're going to do. If you say you're going to get something done within a certain time period, get it done within that time period. On this communication thing, though, without going off topic, I will say this. Sometimes there will be messages that you see, but you can't respond to because it's long or it's complicated or you're on your phone and you don't have your computer in front of you. That's fine. What do you do in those cases? You just respond back. You let them know, hey, I've seen this. I'm on it. I'll get it to you within 12 hours, within 24 hours. Get it done. And by the way, if you're not able to do that, for example, if you promise a client or a prospect, hey, I'll get that to you within 24 hours, and at the end of the 24 hours, it's not done yet, message them back and say, hey, just wanted you to know, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm still working on this. I just need a little bit more time because of reason XYZ. Now, you don't want that to happen all the time, but I'm telling you, you cannot over-communicate when it comes to remote work, guys. You cannot over-communicate. I'll tell you, I have had to let people go personally. I was working with an Indian worker a few years ago. Really loved this guy. He was great. Worked with him for several years. But we got to this point where he was not communicating quickly and he was always late. All his work was late, consistently. And here's the reality is if you're running a business, if you're leading people, if you're managing and trying to spearhead initiatives, it's really important that the guys on your team, the girls on your team are communicating and getting stuff done quickly. There's going to be a lot of things that are true, but people like to work with people they like. And we remember, it's not fun to be ghosted. If you've ever gone on a date with someone and they don't call you back, they don't text you back, they're not communicating, it ain't gonna work out. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of segue this I think, important change that the H-1B visa program is having. The issues that we're going to see as Americans and Indians, but as Americans going into the workforce, running different types of businesses, different types of income streams, working remotely, communication is key. I don't care if you have to turn your notifications or what you need to do. But if you are working remotely, you need to communicate quickly. I could share more stories, but I think those are the best. Guys, thanks for watching the video today. Thanks for keeping up. Happy New Year. If you like this video, you'll definitely like yesterday's video, where I go into detail about the biggest changes of the year for 2025 that I've experienced. And just to highlight that change happens, and the change is not going to stop. All right, boys, have a great day. I'll see you in there. Peace.